Hello, my name is Whitney Wallace, and I'm doing my presentation on leading like Jesus. I think leading like Jesus is about servant leadership, and I think Jesus pretty much set the bar when he laid out his first commandment, Mark 12:29 through 31. The most important commandment is this: Listen, O Israel, the Lord our God is the one and only Lord, and you must love your Lord God with your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. The second is equally important: love your neighbor as yourself. No other commandment is greater than these. So, discipleship and love is what we're here, not to judge. Um, I think Christians are so easily to be so judgmental, me, myself. I think, especially learning to be new Christians, early Christians, we are quick to want to tell people what's right and wrong. And we don't mean to be ugly by it. We're just learning. And I think we need to learn how to stop doing that and just love. We're here to just love people and be disciples. And remind ourselves that God is the perfect judge and juror. Let Him do His job, and we do ours by loving and getting as many people to Him as we can while we're here. Whether you think that you are a leader in life or not, you are, because leadership is an influence process, life role leadership. So it doesn't just have to be in a professional or a job role. It can be motherhood, sisterhood, whatever. Um, Leadership, if you're influencing somebody, that's a leadership. So, heart of leading like Jesus is a major role. Is your heart in it? Are you here to serve or be served? We are all built in God's image, but we are also given free will. So we have to decide, are we here to serve or be served? So, how do you handle your workplace? Are you there to serve and do your what God has given you, your talents to use to help others in that is your mission field? Or are you just there to go and get out of it what you're there to do for the day and go home? Also, what are your beliefs about leading people? Are you there to help with their vision, direction, and goals? Do you help everyone arrive at that vision? Uh, every person matters. You need every piece of the puzzle to make that piece complete. Do you arrive at how can I help you? Because that is servant leadership. It's not about how can you help me? How do I get to the top? How can you help me reach the top? It's all about how can I help you? That has to be how you walk into every situation. It's about how can I help you be the best you can be. That's how Jesus looked at everything. And so that's how you reach um, servant leadership. It's all about everybody else, not you. Behave like a leader. How do you behave like a leader? How do you start your day? Do you roll out of bed and just go? Do you hit your knees before you even get out of bed? Is it about talking to God and having Him lead your steps when you first start? How do you act when nobody's looking? Um, do you find time to be in solitude with God? Do you find time for prayer, and do you listen for Him to answer you? Do you have confession with Him? Do you have Thanksgiving with Him? I think about when Jesus spent the day healing people all day, and of course, He loved it. He took a lot of pride in that, being able to, I don't know, help them. He was grateful for that. But afterwards, He spent solitude. He went off to be with His Father. And then the disciples were looking for him. They wanted him to come back so that there were still people left to be healed and needed help. And he had to redirect them because he had to go on. He still had more preaching to do. And that's how to be a leader. Like, it's not always about what other people want you to do. You still have to know, you have to seek God to know where he wants you to go. It's not always about what you want to do, what you think you should be doing. Sometimes it's not the path that you think you should be doing or going. You have to seek God and find out his will for you, to know where he needs to be going. So listen to him when you do ask him for those things. And it's about servanthood. It's about what God wants you to do. So I know that was fast and a lot real quick, but thank you, and God bless.